everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show. We are on episode 680, and I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for this weekend. Boy, it's going to be a fun week to talk. I am, of course, Circuit Main. Now, I am by myself at the moment. I corralled myself in Toa's little corner here, as everybody else is currently playing a game of Risk that was started on the pre-show. They still had a few characters going and a few things going on. So I decided to go ahead, bounce myself over here to do the intro, make sure we get everything nice and proper. Now that we have that set up, let's go ahead and swap on over to them. And of course, joining me for the Brony Show for this week, we are joined by DM21.
Man, it's been a heck of a day for me.
Deathlight. Tech.
I can finally breathe. The dog is on the floor now.
Tokoi.
Oh, goodness, it's been a day.
And risking it all, we have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
I'm in danger.
And we also have special guests with us. Of course, we have our common guests, but are always with us. At one point or another, we have CMC.
What am I doing here? Usually I'm hiding away and just reading the show notes right now.
And we're also joined by Cold Dust, who is probably out making food unless he decides to do something. Yep, he's out making food. But we're also, the reason why everything is kind of in a weird kerfuffle right now, we are also joined by Rainstorm.
I win.
Who just murdered Suki.
I guess he did. I guess he risked a little too much.
I risked well. I was in like 4 spots, and then I had to choose.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, you know what? I came in second in my first Risk game in years. I'll take that.
That is good. And of course, some people might have already noticed in the title image. Yes, we are going to be talking about Generation 6, or at least what we do know. Granted, that's not going to be our main topic because there's not a lot. There's really not a lot, but we do have some things. What we are going to be chiefly talking about is something kind of interesting. Several episodes ago, some of you may have remembered that I went to the Equestria arcade on Equestria Gaming and tried out some Flash games. Because I found that the Ruffle emulation was working a lot better, and we were able to play some games. Even some of them I've never been able to get to work normally, which was pretty cool. One of the people involved with archiving a lot of that actually reached out to me via email, Nanner. And they not only did they advise me that they were responsible for a good chunk of the saved games that are in Equestria Arcade, they were also responsible for a lot of saved pony games that are in, let's see, what was it called again? Well, I have the application, Flashpoint, which archived basically as many Flash games and animations and things like that as humanly possible before Flash was shut down. And the amazing thing about it is he gave me a curated list, a few curated lists of Pony Flash games that he deemed that were really good or hidden gems. And there's quite a lot of them. So we're going to take a quick inaugural look at this list, but we're going to be coming back to this more than a few times. So these are going to be, well, I coined the term Nanner's Gems. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of back and forth in Flash, but before we do all of that, of course, we do have to warm up our vocal cords before we get into some nitty gritty. And, of course, talk a little bit about what's going on in our daily lives and warm up our vocal cords, or in my case, cool mine down with a nice pina colada. And we do that with a good old dose of wub. So I'd like to ask all of you, as I do every week, what's up, Bronies?
The dumb cat got out of the house again.
Oh, no.
Did it get far and lost this time, or were you able to locate it?
I'm not sure when over the last 2 days he actually got out, but I went out earlier today and was meowing and going, "Here, kitty, kitty," and I thought I was hearing a cat meowing and yowling a couple yards back. I went to go and investigate through the neighbors' yards. Wherever that cat was, out of sight and not moving.
Ugh. No, I hope he'll be okay.
He's an RFID tag after the last time, so
Yeah, he's RFID tag, but he usually will show up at the back of the driveway a day later.
Oh
CMC,
boy.
you got a problem, child.
Yeah, I need to get the harness on him and actually walk him around so that he sees the neighborhood and the path back.
Let's chalk one up for roaming cats. Anybody else have any wubs they want to throw out there? While I quickly switch over to our nice little thing here, so people can see our chat room wubs.
Speaking of critters, I'm house sitting. Couple kitties and a pupper.
That's nice.
It's trying to not die.
I'd say that's a pretty important wub.
I survived. I'm doing great.
So after the show, like the next day, I got a book in the mail from a Kickstarter. It's called The Veneziad, and it's from Only Sarcastic Productions Blue. And it's a fun book because, one, I went for the hardcover and nice bookmark and stickers, but it's half Italian, half English as you read. So one side is all in the Italian, the other side's in English. It is a fun read, and it's based on like a student project that they did, but then went, no, I want to write more into this, and I'm like, cool. So I got a new book.
Speaking of book, so yeah, my weekend was basically getting myself ready to prepare, because I have a convention coming up this weekend. Oof. I don't know why. It's like I've been to conventions over and over and over and over and over, and it's always the fandom ones that I kind of put a lot more effort into and making really sure I'm ready for, which kind of is funny in a weird way.
It shows you still have passion for what you're into.
Well, yeah, or at least I want to put a lot more effort. I mean, we got a general fan convention. I'll just put on I slap on my badge. I'll go over there, check it out, have fun, and that's it. You know, maybe I'll take a satchel with me for things I buy, and that's about. And you know, it's simple. This one, I'm getting little gimmicks ready. I'm making sure I got my badges set up. I'm like triple checking my itinerary, my schedule, my plans, and now I'm also working late so I can leave work early on Friday so I can enjoy the panels on time ish, without having to take time off. Yeah, a lot of But I got it. So yeah, my big thing is I'm just getting ready for a convention this weekend, which also is going to disrupt basically everything else I is and am going to do. So, yeah. Though there should be a show next week though, but it'll probably be also pretty low key, because I'm not gonna have a lot of time to prepare anything.
No, that's fair. Trust me, the local anime convention that I went to before I did Wit Owl, I did 3 different cosplays, and I worked I worked 2 out of the 3 days, so I know that feeling.
Well, it's a little bit weirder than that. This convention does the one thing I have never had a single other convention anywhere do. Well, excited of the fan one, but the fan one was kind of an oddball because it goes Thursday through Saturday, and it shuts down like at 9 or 10 every night regardless. So, yeah. But yeah, no, this one they go on all day on their last day too, on Sunday night. They will go all the way to Sunday night to like 9 or 10 at night, which it is unheard of to me. Because I've been to conventions outside of state that will usually do half a day on Sunday and then that's about it. No, this one they're like, screw that, we're going for broke, and it's like, oh my god.
So that means teardown is Monday, and then actually leaving for staff is Tuesday?
I don't know.
No, CMC. It would be teardown would be at the very least Sunday night for like the main stuff, if not the panel rooms.
I don't believe that if it's going to 10 p.m.
I do not know. Hold on. I'll bring up the schedule right now here. I did get the schedule app downloaded for this thing.
It's one of those things of just my mind of...
Yeah, here last panel of the night. Last panel is the most smashable Pokemon Generation 2 at 9:30.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh.
go figure. But the closing ceremonies is like at 7:30 p.m. But yeah, they still got a few panels after that. They got DJs and dancing at 9 p.m. and they even got a social hour at 10 p.m.
Okay, so
either they go all night getting things wrapped up afterwards, or that
is definitely seeming like a Monday.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be crazy enough to actually go into the wee hours of the night and early morning to tear down. Depending, I don't know what kind of arrangements they have.
It's one of those things. I'm thinking, since this is very much a local convention, because the anime convention I went to on that Friday, it did not start until like 5. And it left at like 3 on the Sunday.
Well, anyway, that's kind of the fun thing I got going on for my weekend, but I'm also preparing. So yeah, expect pictures in the con chat sometime later this week, and a few surprises because I'm doing some interesting things that I'm not even going to tell you guys. Mostly because I don't know. Mostly because there's a few people I want to catch completely off guard. So I'm keeping a few things very close to the chest on this one. Let's just say I have some vested interest in messing with some people. They may be here. I don't know if they are in here. But they might be. So I'm being cautious. Anyway, that's a little bit of my wubs going on. Anybody else have any other wubs they want to throw out there? Oh, wait, no. I stand corrected. I finally completed a major goal of mine. I was able to go through every single music CD that I had and ripped it into an archive that I have on my computer now. And I was caught off guard in the weirdest way. So,
what hidden tracks did you find?
Oh god, no worse than that. So those of you who know that I like video games, I'm also a big fan of collector's editions because sometimes I like the goodies. They can have some really cool goodies. And I like physical media too. Now, I thought my CDs I had a good amount, but I didn't think I had a whole lot. I thought that my Pony CDs actually outnumbered it quite easily. Not heavily, but still outnumbered. Then I realized I hadn't gone through my collector's editions, and I should probably get the music CDs off of those anyway and get those ripped. So I went through one of my shelves, then another, then another.
How deep did you go in?
Then the collector's editions I had stacked on top of the shelves. And then another shelf. And another. Okay, anyway. The last stack I had was 20 cases. Not CDs. Cases. And those cases had a lot of those cases had multiple CDs. I have so many more video game soundtracks than I didn't even know about. Wild. So yeah, but I may have completed it. I should be completed. I even went as far as to get my CD of Symphony of the Night, and rip the song off of that. The one
So what
song.
I'm hearing is that you've got soundtracks for games you don't even know of.
Kinda, yeah. I actually pulled out games. I'm like, oh, when did I get this game? Oh my god, it has a soundtrack too. I am not good with myself and my collections. I am not lying. I didn't even know I had anima. I don't even know what anima is, but I have it.
Second, some way, somehow, you now have one of the funnest shuffles ever. You hit play after the first song, you don't know what you're gonna get.
That's half the fun.
You know what the weirdest part is? I have anima twice. I think I bought the same exact anima on Steam.
Got 2 whole anima.
I got 2 anima. Apparently, it's not reviewed very well. That's kind of interesting, but who knows? They might be unfair. I can't argue that.
Anyway. Games like that where it's like, wow, the reviews absolutely hate this thing, but it's fun.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, here's a keynote to everybody there. Reviews can give you an idea of if you might like a game, but still try it anyway if you're at all interested. Sometimes reviews just suck.
Yeah.
Also, you cannot account for taste, you can only account for quality.
Not even that sometimes.
Man,
Not even.
No, seriously, if you have any interest, just give it a shot. You can always put it down and go do something else if you don't like it.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, no, massive music collection. I have no idea why. Anybody else have any other What's Up Bronies going on?
Well, I'm finally building that trailer.
Ooh.
Are you gonna live in it, or are you just gonna make it a mobile office?
It's gonna be my tools trailer because, to give you an idea, my Explorer is clear full of tools. My Silverado is clear full of tools. My Ranger is clear full of tools. I got a giant toolbox clear full of tools at my workplace. I got a tool chest right here in my room clear full of tools. I got 3 welders. I got like a good air compressor.
I feel that pain right now. I feel that pain. I feel that pain when it comes to my collections. I feel that.
I was about to say, Deathlight, are you seriously going to be a hoarder of the tools?
He's not a hoarder of the tools. He's a mechanic.
I'm a technician. I need a lot of tools. And when I moved over to working on semi trucks, guess what? All my old automotive tools did not touch it. So I had to buy basically all brand new tools this year. I spent over $6,000 to $7,000 at this point, and I still need more tools.
That is still bullshit.
Not entirely. What? Hey, it means that he gets to keep them and move on his own when if he ever leaves it. So that's better for him, in all honesty.
Yes, I understand that, but it's still bullshit. He had to buy them to begin
anyway,
with.
Just My Mage, you missed me. Finding out that I have a massive CD collection, likes of which I will never be able to understand, and and Deathlight apparently has a tool collection, the likes of which we will never understand.
I probably have close to like 20, probably getting close to $30,000 in tools just hanging around.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
No, we have not
covered. How many 3/8 wrenches do you have?
We haven't covered it yet, but okay. Anybody else have any other wubs here? I think people are chomping at the bit to talk about G6.
Yeah, my phone got totally wrecked. I had to do a forced factory reset, and now I can't get my two-factor authentication to work on my new phone. Somehow it works on my old phone, but it doesn't work on my new phone that I use almost every day.
That's kind of scary.
That sucks.
I don't know if I can even go with another two-factor authenticator. Two-factor app.
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah, to do that again for another company. Yeah, I don't know if I can or not.
But
I don't want to sign out of Discord right now because I don't know if it would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I should be. I survived these 2 weeks of barely working in almost 100-degree temperatures for those whole 2 weeks.
I have felt that because while I don't have to go outside often, I still have to go outside to take care of trash and throw cardboard away, and also ride 2.5 miles both ways.
All right.
from home
Okay.
to work,
Okay.
so.
Okay. I think we've had enough of comparing miseries here.
I was gonna say,
And I
no
got
one wants
fucking
me to
abs
compare
now.
the temperatures of their
2 miles
I
uphill
will
both
win.
ways in the sun in the winter at the same exact time. Okay. Anybody else have any other wubs that isn't just basically I got it worse than you?
Well, I figured out now I have visible abs, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I cannot beat that.
That's
I
an
cannot.
interesting wub. That's a very interesting wub.
I'm just working. I'm like, my belt's kind of loose, and I'm just going, tighten my belt. I'm like, God damn, I've gotten skinny. Came back from working on stuff yesterday. I'm like, shit, I got abs. When that happened.
Probably about the same time I realized I could actually feel my collarbone. It probably is about the same time I realized I can actually feel my collarbone, I'm not gonna lie, I've never had that happen before until recently, and it was such a weird feeling. It's like, oh my
Wait.
god.
Wait, you could never. Okay, that's
I was
something
fat.
weird.
Fat. I mean, I could feel it, but I couldn't feel it defined. Like, I don't know. How do you describe it?
It's one of those weird things because I've always been heavy, but I've not been like fat enough that I couldn't feel like my collarbone. But that's just again my biology.
No. I mean, I could feel the collarbone, but I couldn't feel it defined. Like it was there. It's a very difficult way. It's difficult to describe it unless you actually feel it for yourself. But there's a bone there, but it's also like surrounded by a bunch of squishy layers, so you can't feel it as defined as if it were pressed up against the skin and muscles a lot more firmly.
Okay,
Whereas mine,
yeah,
you can actually see my collarbone. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a different feeling, and actually feeling it for the first time ever, I might add, ever, we're talking decades, is a mind-boggling experience. But anyway, we're getting way off here. All right, I'm gonna shut down the wubs right here. I think the elephant is getting anxious, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the convention scene real fast. No, I have to. We have to do this in order. But we'll be quick, I promise. First off, convention that just recently happened, or a couple of them. We have the Jinan Brony Festival and the Beijing BronyCon Festival, both of them happening in China. Those have occurred. I haven't heard anything about them, but I'm sure, hopefully they were fun. Next to come up is Dreamland Con that is happening in Tianjin, China. The Hanjing Brony Festival that's happening in Chongqing, China. And also the Malong Pony, which is happening in South Korea. That's just in a few short days. The same time I will be at the furry convention. Week after that will be the Shenzhen Brony Party that is over in Shenzhen, China. And that'll be it for the Chinese conventions, apparently, at least for a time, because I don't believe there's any more that I can see immediately after that. So yeah, we're almost done with the giant wave of China pony conventions. Then we have Rave for the House of Bells, which is the online music festival that is going to be happening in 17 days. Remember, this is completely online, so if you want to, you can attend it. It is very easy. You just have to go online and enjoy the music. At the same time, though, if you happen to be in Taiwan, the next day afterwards, they start their convention over in New Taipei City. And then a week after that, buckle up, because a lot of us a good chunk of us are going to be at Everfree. That's in 24 days. That's right. I'm going to another convention a few weeks after the furry convention here. But I'm excited. I am excited, but oh jeez, it feels like so much so quickly.
You're telling me with the ones I'm doing.
Yeah.
No, out of all of us, Rainy.
Yeah.
Rainy, how you gonna
Rainy
survive?
is going to be booking it because not only, well, just to also mention, Sequestria is
Chequestria, yeah.
I don't know.
Or Chequestria. It's hard to do that
I do
combination.
not think it's Czech Equestria. I think that could get us killed. Yeah, Sequestria. That is happening over in Prague. But yeah, that is happening the same time as Everfree. But then after that, the next week after, and the reason that Rainey is probably silently praying to whatever god they believe in, Mayor Fair is the week after that. Over in Orlando,
Oh.
Florida. And
Yeah, because I get to go Seattle to Orlando,
yep, in a week time.
all from home.
And I'm sure Rainey will be more than happy to tell us all about what they see over at Mayor Fair so we can finally get an eyewitness account. Because I am rather curious about it. I mean, they've been going on for 4 years. They got to be doing something.
One
Yeah.
would think.
Yeah. Anyway, the next day after that, though, is Wasteland Fest, which is in Moskva, Russia. Look, this one is a little more dedicated, or at least its atmosphere is a little bit more towards Fallout Equestria, though I'm sure other pony things are happening along with that as well. And the next one after that, before a big break, will be Galacon, which is happening in Wablingen. I am so going to get her for that one. In Germany.
Just don't be peazammed.
No, yeah, don't get bazammed. No. But yeah, that is happening over in Germany, and it looks like they're shaping up to have a very great time over there. It looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, that is the convention talk. So, those of you who have been patient, thank you so much for your patience. I know you are very excited, you're very eager, you're curious, you're wondering what's going on with this. How are we going to talk about this? Well, I can only say we are going to treat this with the absolute decorum, consideration, and understanding it deserves. Symbiote's coming out with the Equestria Girl plushies, and okay. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. Anybody who knows me knows that I was setting up for that almost immediately. It's not even a question. All right. Okay. So, it's time to bring out the elephant. And yes, we finally have information about the 6th series. And there has been a lot of thoughts. A lot of very interesting thoughts. Angry, aggressive, upset, maybe hopeful. But let's get into it.
Hopeful.
Let's get into this and actually go into things in detail. Because that is the one thing I absolutely refuse to not, I want to make sure we have information correctly on this one.
Don't go with the clickbait one word or one sentence answer. Go in depth.
Or assuming. A lot of assuming has been taking place here, which is why I want to go with what we do. No, I'm going to emphasize this. What we do know. Because there are a lot we don't. So, My Little Pony Friendship Forever is going to be Generation... Ow, I almost bit my tongue there. Generation 6. As you can see at the moment, it does contain very familiar ponies. Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, and Pinkie Pie. We're going to go ahead and address this immediately off the bat. This is not Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, and Pinkie Pie, as we know them. And admittedly, some of you, I'm to give it the best example, and some people are going to be a little upset about this one, but it's honestly the best example I can possibly give in regards to this, because it kind of works. Actually, that was probably the worst image of that one. Okay. So. Sorry, give me a second. I am literally searching up. So, let's start off with this. I'm fervently searching things online as we speak to give proper example. And yeah,
Rainbow Dash.
Actually, for lack of a better pony for this to analyze this is Applejack. This is Applejack as we know him from Generation 4. We know her as rootin' tootin' cowboy pony that loves apples, has a family, and may also be having a love affair with Rainbow Dash. We're not entirely sure. This is Applejack from Generation 1. She shows up in the movie that introduces the My Little Pony franchise for the first time. I believe she gets turned into a dragon. I'm not positive.
Not dragon, but dragon-like.
Dragon-like. But she basically is only there for a short amount of time, though she still gets a name and a toy. And a song dedicated to her saying that who's a silly pony? Why, it's Applejack. But they are not the same. This Applejack is not this Applejack. Now, they look differently, so it's an easy thing for us to assume that, to understand that. Now, keeping that in mind, this Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash are not Generation 4, or in some cases 5, Fluttershy, Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, or Rainbow Dash. They have stated that this is not a spin-off, this is not a prequel, this is not a sequel, this is not a reimagining or a redrawing. Generation 6 is essentially a brand new generation with new ponies. The thing is that Hasbro really loves their names, so they're keeping the names and the general character idea designs, but these are essentially very separate characters.
Now, for people wondering, there's already been one other Rainbow Dash and one other Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's also been the other Rainbow Dash and the other Pinkie Pie, and now that you mentioned that, I probably could have also made that analogy with that. We are, just getting into this, because, yeah, that is a good analogy. Pinkie Pie Generation 3. Very much so. We've had a Pinkie Pie like this. In all honesty, the thing that would have made this a lot easier for people to understand is if they didn't follow the original design, the J4 design, so closely. Obviously, they're kind of banking a little bit on nostalgia on that one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it on that one. They're probably banking on nostalgia, and also to try to get into the Chinese market a lot easier, since G4 is also hitting up quite hard over there. So there is a reason. Who are the other Applejacks and Pinks? Well, I don't know about other Applejacks. I don't think J3 had an Applejack. G4 did, so. But Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie was hilarious. Not Pinkie Pie. Well, no, you got Pinkie Pie right here. She actually had a game. But Rainbow Dash was fun.
We had Rainbow Dash in G3, and she was the darling of the group.
She was the dress horse.
Yes, she was.
Rainbow Dash always dresses in style.
The crap out of me, I won't lie.
Yeah.
That is not.
Again,
Look, it's the song that Rainbow Dash has.
Yep.
And there's a Scootaloo in G3, and she rides a scooter, but she's not quite like the Scootaloo from G4.
And if you really want to get into it, Tula Rula.
Yeah.
Yeah, coconut cream and Tula Rula, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those went two of them. Again, it's one of those things that I think a lot of people gripes because, yes, the designs are very G4, but I'm also over here from a Transformers perspective of how many freaking Optimus Primes do I have?
Yeah.
How many Bumblebees? Megatrons?
Yeah.
Right, just my mage. Sorry, yeah, I gotta realize that there is sometimes a latency. I just want to make sure that we did address things, because I didn't want to forget for anybody that is important. But along with this, so that is numero uno of the important information. Next little bit. The series is going to be YouTube. They have announced that this will be YouTube. This will be a YouTube series, 9 minutes each. Some people.
Okay, that's a good bump up.
Now some people are questioning on that. I'm not too surprised. If you think about it, if you go the streaming route, that might not end well, because we saw what happened with Generation 5. we meet your maker, make your mark. You know what? That's
Make
probably
your mark.
closer. That's probably closer.
Tell
than
your
I think.
tale and
Baker.
take your mark. Yeah.
No, tell your tale was a different case, but
Meet your molder.
yeah, but streaming might not work out well. And we did already see another horror series that did go on YouTube, and I don't know how well it did, but Wild
Wild Mains, yeah.
and that was just like 4 or 5 minute episodes. This is gonna be 8 to 9.
They were doing fine until they started just doing repeat episodes
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah, I thought the Wild Mains was pretty nice. Until the repeats, but the episodes we did get were pretty nice. So
Yes.
hopefully, My Little Pony here doesn't fall into that same trap. But yeah, YouTube is a giant platform. Lots of people get into it. If they can get enough eyes and enough attention, it is still a marketing tool to try to sell toys. So I get the point. Would it be nice? Would it be nice if they had nice 22-minute episodes where things would go really deep and we would get massive lore and all that stuff? Yes. But at the same time, they could also go to 22 minutes of absolute fluff. Or it could be that they're nice, tight 8-minute episodes that you can have a little sit down, a little laugh, maybe learn something, have a little enjoyment, and then move on.
Yeah, because some episodes in G4 they could have cut down on or elaborated more on if it had two-part episodes.
What I'm hoping with for these 9 minutes episodes is that we're going to not feel as rushed as Tell Your Tale was.
Yeah.
That's
5 minutes to try and get through a thing is not enough time.
Yeah, Tell Your Tale did show that you could do some pretty good stuff with it, but it also had a lot of episodes that felt pretty rushed. Getting a little bit more time to fluff out, they might actually end up really good, and they could very easily just make them into parters and have deeper stories. We assume way too quickly on this, but we don't even know how many episodes they're going to make. We just know that they're going to be 9 minutes long, bi-weekly. Every other week, a new episode will come out. But there's
bi-monthly, not bi-weekly, because bi-weekly could be construed as twice a week.
That's for the grammar police to decide, because there's a lot of questions
every other week.
I thought it said it was coming out bi-weekly.
I know. No, it's just like you literally could think it one way or another, and it's literally up to grammar. And so context. That one, I'm gonna walk away from that discussion because that's a whole nother mess.
And I will say I'm pulling Transformers because similar playbook, not the exact same show type.
No, fair enough. It's a fair enough playbook. I suppose it is Hasbro.
Yeah, it's Transformers just ended their first run of their latest one called Cyberworld. And people are still like, wow, that was actually a decent show, and it's like 5 minutes. So, again, it's one of those things of it depends on who's writing it and if people are invested in it.
And so far, they have some interesting we'll get to the writers and the artists and everything else a little bit later, but it does sound like they got a pretty decent team involved.
Indeed.
But now, along with this, some people are, and I'm sure I'm sure our title image for the show here did not help, but some people are complaining that Rarity and Applejack are not in this particular image.
Okay, I have a small thought about that.
Oh, well,
they run businesses. They might just not be around for a minute.
Yeah.
That's literally it. They already
They could be their friends, but not the main friends.
Well, they pretty much already hinted at that. They just indicated that other ponies, including Rarity and Applejack, will appear later. They're just not going to be part of the main central plot cast, which I mean, everybody joked about Applejack being a background pony anyway. I guess they just kind of made it inevitable. They're not being shelved. I'm just gonna put it that way. They're not being shelved. They're not being killed. They're not being removed. They're not being dismantled, destroyed, or obliterated, or ignored in any way. They are just not there yet.
They're not being fridged. Got it.
Yeah.
There is one character we hope
again, one of the things that I know just because of story stuff, of not this story but in general. Well, you have your hero characters, and hero in this means main character, not, these are the protagonists. No, this can be the antagonist. A hero character can be that.
Yeah, Just My Mage actually brings up the good point here. The online discussions seem to be like, why are they doing G4 but not calling it G4? Because it's technically not G4. And that's real. It's annoying because you spend 5 minutes reading this stuff. You're like, oh, they're just using the same pony names and very similar designs, but new world, new everything.
Also, if I read one of them
yeah.
correctly, there might be no Celestia or Luna.
And of course, some people are just like, they should have just done G4 again and properly invested. It's like, no, they're not. Don't. For the love of God, stop bringing things back. Let them.
It is confirmed there will be a Ponyville, but I don't think that it's confirmed or not.
Again, there have been other Ponyvilles.
Yeah, there have been other Ponyvilles, but yeah, they use a lot of the
Everyone
same,
is different, yeah.
They use a lot of the same things because it's a toy company. It absolutely is a toy company. They're going to use the same themes because it's really hard to sell a little girl on Twiggle Sprinkle Alice when you already have Twilight Sparkle that's been there for 15 years.
Indeed.
Well, because let's
I mean,
not
how many
forget
different
who is the
iterations
main-
of Optimus Prime are there at this point? But they're still all Optimus
Do you
Prime.
want an
Several.
actual head count, or do you
No.
want just
Go ahead and ballpark
Orion
it.
Paxes?
Just immediate ballpark.
Okay, so out of all the Transformers series, there's been at least one Optimus Prime. There's been 40 years of that, so I'm going with at least 35 because there have been some series without Optimus in them.
Fair enough.
Or
But
they've been the
there,
same
but there you
Optimus.
go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we can't
pretty
forget
crazy.
the target demographic of this, and
Yeah.
it's not us.
Which actually, I'll give them a little bit of credit. The promo materials that they had, the first initial, and I can't deny this, the first initial target demographic is little girls 4 to 6 years old, maybe around that buffer range, but they are targeting a secondary audience of course, teenagers and adults. So there could be a little bit more. This could be a little bit more involved than just dump this.
Yeah, that's a good sign if what they wrote is correct.
Yeah, they might be trying to do a little bit more with it, which could still be good. So patience on that one. And that's the other thing I want to point out here. Patience. Because literally all we have is a bunch of words and this image. We have nothing else. Except the song. We have the song.
Yeah.
But there is no actual teaser trailer. There's no animation. All we have is just information about what is to be and the fact that it's coming out. And the next part, this is going to be happening in 2027 early. That's it. We know it's early 2027 and that's it.
So
we
it's
literally have
sometime
a whole
in
half a
January
year.
at the earliest.
We have a whole half a year before we may even get a sniff of anything else. If anything else.
Also, Ponyville could be is shaping up to be the central default setting for a lot of future generations moving forward because it's simple. And they had a Ponyville back in G3.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a point.
Online discussion says that it was very AI-like. I couldn't tell you if it is or not. I haven't even heard the song yet, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm really hoping that Hasbro wouldn't be that stupid, just because the moment anything gets an AI taint on it, it is immediate marketing kryptonite.
Okay, so here's something that I've had people actually look into this because people have actually looked into it.
Well, I'm assuming as much, but go ahead.
It was 93% original. The only AI they found was probably in the mix of layers, not generated, not made, but while in the mix.
And basically, somebody used an algorithm or something to try to get
Yes,
them
it
combined.
was more likely a tool assist, not in creation.
Fair enough. I'll take that.
But that is just using like an.
And I wouldn't even call that AI. I would just call that a tool assistant.
Yeah,
it's a tool.
Yeah, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
People
but that's
still...
also why we need to really whittle down what we call AI, because you keep blanket terming it. It's also going to make that AI term not as devastating, because it's like you call it everything's a devil with you, ma. It's like, yeah, eventually it kind of gets overused.
With your devil math rocks in the books.
It was a little more not Little Nicky. What is that? Waterboy.
Yeah.
Water boy. Yeah, that's what came to mind immediately.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
it's like everything's a devil with you, mom. It's just like, yeah. You keep using the devil word. Eventually, it's going to piss people off because it's just a go-to, and that doesn't work long term. It may work for a while,
it does
but
not.
eventually it gets people frustrated because it's such a catch-all that it doesn't work all the time. Anyway, semantics.
And the
getting
more you
off.
use it, it loses its importance.
Yeah. Any case, so right now, that is it. That is literally all the information we have. Yeah, it sucks that we don't have any idea what Applejack and Rarity are going to look like, but we do know that they're going to be there. This is a whole different world. It's kind of funny that they basically decided to just give the ponies a glow up and then put them in another world instead of trying to redo the designs, but I get it. At the same time, I don't like it, but I get it. The thing that's important overall, though, is what the stories and the animation are going to be like, and we literally have nothing. We have this drawing that was made by, and I'm going to get into this. This was made by Nicholas Cole. And do you know what
That
Nicholas
name sounds
Cole?
familiar.
Oh, it should. Hold on.
Yeah.
That Gen 5.
Bring it on up.
No. Hold on. Don't think about this.
Also, I didn't hear that Ponyville was included in that speech earlier because the thunder's been so loud here.
There.
I had to turn up my computer volume.
But yeah, do you know why that artist is so famous? Because they're responsible for this.
Oh, he's a Spyro Man.
Wow!
They're the ones that did all of the art designs for the Spyro Reignited trilogy. They made the Dragon Daddies.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going to happen to Spike?
That's immediately what I thought the moment I found out about that. It wasn't, oh,
Me
Spike is
too.
gone. My thought is, oh my god, they might make Spike a Dragon Daddy. I don't know how anybody's going to cooperate with that.
Oh
Okay,
no!
Fist
Better
is
yet,
Turned him into Spyro. Same colors.
better yet.
It's wrong.
Spike is Twilight's father.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
going with that. I am not going with that. Here's the thing that everyone needs to remember. Spike, aside from G5, because timeline shenanigans, has always been either kid or baby.
But anyway, here's a better
Oh,
idea of the actual
he's adult
art.
to G5 though.
Here's a better idea of the
Yeah, I
actual
know.
art assets.
Well,
Yeah.
the Spike being adult in G5 is beside the point because there's always a baby dragon in every generation.
Yep.
Oh no, Spike's hot. Yeah, you want to blow some people's minds. Just remind them that the artist is the same one that did all the Spyro Reignited trilogy art, so they're basically responsible for the Dragon Daddies, and they let that run. Just let
Spyro
that
game.
run.
I hope.
It blows minds. It is so funny.
God.
It is so
And
funny.
again, as many people will complain, it's just G4 again. No, it's a different style. We haven't seen it animated yet, but it's not going to be in Flash. And
Also-
Flash was style.
Also, just to just also nip that in, yeah, this is very stylized. I highly doubt the animation is going to look like this.
No, it's gonna be something else.
No,
entirely.
But I will
no,
give, you know what?
I
I will
was
give
thinking
Hasbro so much credit if they actually pulled off an animation that looked like this, but it's not happening. It's not. So
Yeah.
I could see it since it's 9 shortened runtime.
No,
yeah,
it's gonna be.
no,
It's
the
so
animation of this quality to do this for a 9-minute period takes a lot of effort, and Hasbro does not have those cojones. I'm not gonna lie.
No, they don't.
It's gonna
It's
look
more-
good. It's gonna
Some
probably.
artists have looked at
Yeah.
these designs and felt like that. Yeah, these are too complex for fans to replicate and draw.
Let
Yeah, that's
There's
the main
too
issue.
much going on.
Let
I
alone that,
know.
it's too complicated for animations to do it without a lot of work or a lot of computer power. Either case, time.
Yeah,
and
it's not
effort.
gonna be 3D like this because they said it was 2D, right?
Yeah. Well, it most likely is 2D. Yeah. I don't think they actually mentioned what style it's gonna be, but this kind of lends itself to 2D. It really doesn't seem like it's gonna be 3D, or at
Yeah,
least 2D
no.
imagined, or at least 2D animated in a 2D-ish style. I have to put it
Yeah.
that way. So yeah,
I'm
the
starting-
style is going to be similar to this, but it's definitely going to be a lot more simplified just for the purpose of animation. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it would have been crazy if they pulled off an animation like this for 9 minutes.
I know,
But
right?
it's never
But
gonna happen. It is
but
not going
in
to happen.
reality, it's not gonna happen. No.
Yeah. So anyway, so with all of that, that is it. Well, other than the fact that in the show notes we do have a couple of videos here. They do have the cast of Friendship Forever that is going to be at least the immediate cast for the vocals. Yes, we are going to have different vocals for Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. Yeah.
Oh no! Different characters
Dang.
having different voices? Whatever shall we do?
Technically, they are different characters, so actually that might make the transition a little bit easier since the styles are the same. The voices will be completely different. It might help with that disconnect.
Indeed, they were smart to do this and not to bring back the original cast.
It's not even smart. The original cast is probably more expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were probably tired of playing the same characters for like 15 years.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, think about it. You got Nancy Cartwright that's doing Bark for 30 plus years without a problem.
Yeah, but she gets paid a lot of money.
Well, yeah,
And
but
Tabitha St. Germain was kind of at the end of the show was kind of conflicted about voicing Rarity again.
Well, who knows? I mean, time changes all, but doesn't. It's best not to dwell on it. The fact is, we got new voice actors.
I'm starting to not feel well, so I want to get my 2 points out real fast.
Yeah, please go for it.
What's yours?
I would love for Luster Dawn to come back to have more than 2 episodes of her with almost no story. 'Cause I actually like the design of Luster Dawn.
That would be cool. They would definitely be a different character altogether if they did, though.
For sure, yeah. I just want to see this character developed in some sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's completely fair.
And 2, most of us know how into the whole LGBTQ whatever community. I just hope they don't shove that too hard into this, because it's okay to have some, but not most of it.
No, that's fair.
Indeed.
Agreed. Yeah. Don't make it the center point. Just have it as be like not status quo. It's just the thing. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
and
Rainbow
if
Dash's
you are gonna
name,
have it, don't
and I'm
make it
like,
too
they are
prominent or
definitely
too
lesbian from the looks.
too in your face.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk semantics about that. All we can do is hope for that. But yeah, thank you so much for your thoughts, Rain. Gonna be running off then, or are you still gonna stick around as long as you can, or?
I'm gonna go check my temperature and probably lay back down. I'm feeling really hot suddenly.
Oh, then absolutely. Go ahead and take a rest. Did you want to get a final shout out in real fast just before you go?
Shout outs to my sneakiness working. I'm glad I could get people to play some Risk.
Sweet.
Thanks.
And make sure you have a damp washcloth on your head, dude.
I'm gonna get some liquid IV while I'm doing things, so that'll be
Both
hydration.
is good.
Drink
hope
your
you feel
pickle
better.
Juice.
Alright. Talk to y'all later.
Love you,
later.
Rain.
Alright, and finally, last little bit of Generation 6 news, and I mean that in all honesty. There is also a link to the Friendship Forever theme song, which is on Spotify, so if you want to hear the song that some people are questioning a little bit about it being AI, but so far it looks like it's mostly normally created, just a little bit of algorithmic help. It's out there. Give it a listen if you want. Now, with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and talk about everything else, because there's still quite a bit to talk about. Starting off, of course, with a 3D ARPG project that is currently in the works called Project Rebuild. That is, of course, a working title. This honestly looks really cool, and I can't wait for them to come up with a playable demo, which they do not have yet. But yes, it looks like it is a full-on 3D exploratory game here. You can see a lot of fighting going on with it.
Those are some massive weapons.
I would like to think that there's going to be some crafting involved. I don't know. Oh, that is an interesting transition.
That was very much like early PlayStation transition almost.
Yeah.
Like,
I grew up, you're here now. Okay.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and I am going to be keeping an eye out on it. But yeah, so far all we have is a video and no demo, so all I could do is just tell you about the video and have you check it out, and maybe follow the person that is currently working on this game, because it looks exciting, at least to me. Now, hold on, I need to get somebody important for this. Coal Dust!
we summoned the old
Coal Dust, I'm not
man
summoning,
train.
I am requiring you. You need to be here, Coal Dust.
I am demanding the cold dust.
No, believe me, he wants to be here.
Should I get the stage hook just to pull him over?
Let's see. Let's try this in. Trains, muffins, maple syrup,
Feather.
Deltarune,
feather, Deltarune, and Homestuck.
Hold on, I've got to do this. Cole, we found a new Rousey image.
Okay, I guess he truly
He's
is
probably
gone.
still making food.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the next little bit of news then, and we'll go on to the next little bit, which is of course Caillou. Caillou has once again is revealing cards for the next trading card game set, and yep, it is. And once again, it's making me wonder how the hell has Hasbro not realized that this is what would cause their stuff to sell, because this looks so stupid awesome.
Do we want to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives as well?
No! Oh my god, I forgot about those!
Yo, I am a good friend. Let's go.
No, you are a bad friend!
Oh my god.
They might be up on Hasbro Pulse.
No, they are not!
Amazon?
No! Oh my...
eBay for $1,000. Maybe.
It's that
That's a
cut
good-looking
Kill.
big
What am
map.
I... Sorry, everybody. We're taking a quick moment here because you know why we're taking a quick break here.
I know.
Your pocketbook is screaming that it's about to be less.
I found one on Comic Beat in the side panel.
Hold on, is this it? Actually, this looks about right.
Okay. Oh no.
What?
Second.
What?
These went up for pre-order on Amazon at 1 p.m. Eastern time today.
I know! Why do you think I'm pissed?
Oh.
Do you got a link? Do you got a message? You got anything?
I can get that. I also sent you on the side panel there just to show them off.
The jumbles, man. The jumbles. Alright, there is a possibility I might have found a full-on collector set. I want to compare it real fast before I throw in.
Okay, I got the one I found on Amazon there.
Where are you posting these?
In the side channel. Oh, that's with this call.
In the calls channel
Thank
itself.
you. Okay. Dear world. That's what I'm looking at. Actually, that's a good.
Oh.
And that does have the pre-order on it, which is technically what the other one says. So, it's still available.
Well, I mean, yes, it's still available, but is it the same thing?
Yes. Because if you look at the article above the Amazon link.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, everybody. I've had a really weird day today, so my brain just completely spaced this.
You're fine.
Let's go. Oh, it's 59. Okay. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. All right.
I wonder if they'll come up with Rarity and Applejack on a later date.
I don't think so for this.
Fine. Send me a code, you stupid. Two-factor authentication is important, everybody. But doesn't mean it's not irritating when somebody wants you to do it again.
I know, right?
Again, I love the fact that I am not this chronically online, but chronically online enough to recall this stuff. The only reason I couldn't get to you sooner is because I was at work all day.
Toa, the only reason I am not immediately muting you right now is just because... Oh. Username is not missing. You know my username.
I just recently learned you got more than one authenticator.
You've got to be kidding me. How many? And now it's asking for an
shoe autofill.
No, it's asking for another two-factor authentication from a different source. Which, thinking about it, I don't know why it didn't ask me that first. Now I'm gonna have to update my password on like 8 different things. Would you just let me Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brony Show. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. No. You know what? No. Don't give me Prime. Oh, my God. I hope everybody's having fun.
You're not Optimus.
Okay. All right.
Are you collective?
Okay, I have it ordered. This is how we do this, everybody. Let's. Okay, we're gonna just go through it. Oh, this is really awesome Twilight Sparkle right there. Look at that. You know what? I feel at peace again. I'm happy.
Yeah. These are awesome designs. Ooh, it's Star Swirl's journal.
Yeah, got a little bit of everything there. The thing is that this is not the only one because we had quite a few. Oh, okay. I gotta hold on to that. We got a few things because they also revealed more cards, like Stressed Out Twilight, Stressed Out Fluttershy, Stressed Out. Oh wow, a lot of stressed outs. Actually, it looks like outside of the Twilight Sparkle here losing her bits. Looks like it's when everybody else had their cutie marks.
Yeah, look at their cutie marks.
Yeah, I figured out the moment we had Pinkie Pie was doing the chores and it connected dots really quickly.
And of course, all these are original pieces because
that's how Caillou works, and that's why their cards are so amazing. They're good quality. They have amazing art. It's like any other card company. They could spend 5 minutes looking into this and realize why they're doing so well and be so simple.
That spike was very fun.
Even the spike looks good.
Is this link in the show notes?
Yes, these are all in the show notes. Sorry, I'm burning through these pretty quickly. We did run a little bit long talking about Generation 6 here. But yeah, Caillou is unveiling a lot of cards that they're putting out for the new set. Which is probably going to be a while before it gets to the US here, but it's still really cool. Okay, we're going to try again here real fast. Coal Dust.
London Calling.
Alright, no Coal Dust yet. Let's go ahead and move on. Next. Okay, so some of you are like, I don't want a G6, I want a G4. Technically, your wish is still being granted in a way you probably weren't seeing, or maybe you were. Now, from Boom Comics, a new set of images have arrived for their the Friends Forever series that they are currently working on. As we mentioned, Boom Comics has taken over the G4 comic license, and they did start off with a Kickstarter to get the old comics into hardback covers and get those out. And they are currently working on a new set of comics, which will hopefully be available in November. And they recently posted images, pictures of ponies.
So, from what I've read and heard, we are not getting like the main 6 as our characters for Boom.
Well, we may or may not be. It could be that they're introducing a new set of characters that are going to work alongside with the main 6, or be the new the headline stories while they're basically in the same world as the main 6. Because I mean, it's there's a lot of questions, but it is a lot of possibilities here.
Oh, that AJ. If that's AJ and her mother's main.
That is
dude,
not
like,
AJ.
No, that would be cool.
No, it would be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting like hints of changeling out of that pony there. Obviously, it looks like we got a breeze.
That is
Flutter
a
pony.
That is
Flutter
a flutter pony.
Flutter pony. Yep. And of course, yeah, they are going to be doing some interesting things because I mean, look, you got a freaking pony with giant machetes.
That's a unicorn.
It's still a pony.
I know.
But yeah, it's looking really interesting. I'm honestly kind of intrigued and a little excited.
It's something new.
But yeah, there aren't many details other than the issue coming out in November. But yep, let's see. We're getting a new series. Their images keep pony were posted on Instagram. It could also be that these are just a bunch of OCs and have nothing to do with it, but I'd like to think...
Or concept art.
Yeah.
That too.
But it is still interesting to see the art style that's going to be coming in, and it makes me excited and intrigued for what Boom is going to be bringing. So you are still going to get some G4 love in the comics, which may end up actually being really, really cool.
Again, it's one of those things of I love the universe and the world. I don't need to have more stories with Twilight and Friends because they have their story.
Yep.
All right. Well, next, one more check again. Coal Dust.
He's still making soup.
Apparently. All right. Next little bit of news. We forgot to mention this, but it is still important. It looks like Equestria Daily was able to snag an interview with the head writer Gretchen Mallory and series director Tayhan Mustafa on the Forever Friendship series, or this Generation 6, essentially. So if you want to get a better idea of what is probably going to be coming to the table here, they ask a few questions and they go through a lot of details and information. So you might be able to glean a little bit more information here, especially if you're really, really curious. And next, before we have no choice but to move on to the thing that I really want cold. Nope, I got two other things. All right, this is an interesting one. Dawn of Harmony. This was a series I may have talked about at some point, but it looks like this was intended to kind of have its own spin on
Hey
MLP.
there, I'm.
But apparently they got a cease and desist. So instead of continuing on the pony route, they switched things up to deers.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, one, it's understandable because again, Hasbro still has to protect their copyright.
I'm not gonna say it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. It happens.
Oh, that's an adorable deer.
But it's still awesome that they're still going forward with it, and hopefully we'll see some amazing things to come of it. So, yeah, still excited, still hopeful. But yeah, just wanted to get a quick shout out in regards to that. And also in the toy line, interesting team up here. Apparently Mattel has teamed up with Hasbro for Pony Polly Pocket toys.
You know, after the fact that they have Hot Wheels and Transformers together, I'm not that surprised.
Well, Hot Wheels and Transformers makes sense, but Pony and Polly Pocket?
I mean, think about it.
You
Do I
won.
have to?
If
I could be
Scooby-Doo can
vegan.
collab with Transformers, Piggy Pie can dance with Polly.
There's no Pinkie Pie here. All I see is Firefly and who is that on the bottom?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
actually, no. That is very
the Generation
G1.
1. Thank you. I was waiting for you to realize that because no, I get why they're combining them. They were old 80s properties. Polly Pocket was around the same time as the original G1 ponies.
Yep.
So it makes sense to combine them, especially if they're going for a nostalgia market.
Also, hi, Suits.
Hi, Suki.
I
guess.
Okay, sure. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know what
they
that
did
was
the
all
big-
about. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, I saw him move.
What?
So I saw the icon move, so I said hi because I know he steps away from time to
Oh,
time.
Cole unmuted.
Cole does.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that Polly Pocket, is that new?
It is actually
Yes.
new. This was recently advertised as a toy that is going to be made available at not at San Diego Comic-Con, but it was advertised at San Diego Comic-Con.
I want one.
No, you don't. I know what you do want.
Oh, what do I want?
They have announced the Derpy Hooves Mailmare from Symbio at the San Diego Comic-Con.
God damn
What? Okay, I want that. Yes.
Yeah, I told you. This is what I've been sitting on this whole time.
I want both though.
Well, you could get both too, but you definitely want this.
Both
I'm
is
sure.
good.
Yes.
But yeah, Symbiote brought out a lot of pony plushies during San Diego Comic-Con. We, of course, got Derpy, the male mare. So not only did we got Derpy in a nice little male mare outfit. But for those of you who want somebody a little more rock solid, they also brought out Maud,
But
including
older.
Boulder.
Boulder.
Thank you. I wanted to say Rocky, but that wasn't right. Yep, we got Boulder there. But not only
Rocky
that,
Mod Wallow.
and also they introduced I did not see this coming, but it makes sense. The Equestria Girl plushie lineup from Symbiote. Pinkie Pie,
Not a surprise at all.
Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy. That's it.
Oh, no,
I'm
no
really...
Pinkie Pie or Twilight. That's unusual.
The Pinkie Pie is weird. The Twilight's weird. No, Pinkie Pie's right there.
Okay, then it's Rainbow Dash and
Yeah,
Twilight.
Rainbow Dash, Twilight, and Sunset. We have no bacon hair. Wait, no, didn't they already? No, they had the pony bacon hair.
Hold on.
Which is odd because you would think that Rainbow Dash would be a part of this. She's
Well-
one of the most marketed ponies.
Yeah, but they could also be getting things started up and then bringing the others later.
That's also a possibility.
All right, and with that, unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap up the news in kind of a down point, a really bad down point.
Excuse me.
But yeah, normally we this was a lot of news here, so I was going to skip this, other than the fact that it's kind of a little bit important on this case. So we wanted to make mention of of the artists that you should follow. Though I guess in this case, artists that you should enjoy. So, Koviri. Now, I don't know how many of you follow recent news and events in the Brony community or may have happened to stumble upon some of the current stuff that's come out, but recently over in Russia, there were some bad rainstorms and I believe some mudslides that happened. And it was found out that the house that Koviri lives in was swept away by the mudslides.
Oh no.
There was attempts made to get drones out to try to find them because after that happened, they were not heard from, and a manhunt was done, and they were found.
I'm not liking that tone.
Unfortunately, they had passed away.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Koviri.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was an artist that has been in the fandom for over 10 years now. You can see they've been a deviant for 11. They have an amazing art style, a very painted look. Really well done.
And so many great artists out there. I can't run into all of them.
You really can't. So it's terrible when you find out about an amazing artist like this at the worst possible time. But at least it's good to know that they're being found out at this time. So there's all the hope that their art will continue to live on for many, many, many more years. But I did want to give them a shout out here because I do admire this art style. I think it's incredibly impressive, and yeah, it shouldn't be left to just fade away like that. So
No, we need archivists on this ASAP.
oh,
Just-
I'm almost 100% positive archivists have already jumped on this, but we also
And
need
Pony
fans.
Archive.
We need fans, Pony fans, to jump in on this too, to take a look at the art, save pieces that they like, share it with other friends, and let them know about it. Basically, spread the word of this artist and the amazing things that they've created.
I will say this artist had quite a few friends in the fandom, and they are very, very missed.
Yeah.
They were, along with being very talented, it sounds like they were a very kind person. So
yeah,
their losses
tremendous
is being
painful.
felt, and you know, if you like anyone in the fandom, make sure you let them know, because like, you know, you never know when tragedy and disasters will happen. So
yeah, it's important that, if anything, yeah, it shows the importance of just letting people know how much you appreciate them and the things they do as often as you can, because you never know. Because I sure as hell never would have expected somebody to get hit by a mudslide and that'd be the end of it.
That is the chaos realm we live in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this into this link into the show notes now. But yeah, this was mentioned in the chat room. And I did say I was gonna get to it as soon as I could. I just wanted to save this till the end of the news at least.
Yeah. And I did do a quick look while we were going because we saw the anniversary goes. Apparently, they already did Twilight and Bacon Hair as the dolls, so you can get them.
Oh, my apologies there.
Well, I always like to double check that because we're not the smartest at times, and especially whenever you have to end it with a heavy topic.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this copied into the notes here. Honestly, sorry that we have to end the news on such a massive downturn.
We are not always the most straightforward with news, but when it's stuff like this, no, it still needs to be spread because no one deserves to be forgotten.
Okay, so with that taken care of, we're gonna go ahead and move on. And of course, the next little bit of thing we're gonna have here is create the creative showcase.
All right, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, give me a second, and yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
But of course, the random creative showcase prompt by all of you was the iRacing commentary, which definitely was threw me for a loop. But we also had a protest initiative challenge.
something for a friend.
Something for a friend.
Something for a friend.
Now this one, I admit, I've been kind of scattered throughout the entire day and everything. Just a lot going on and a lot pre-planning. And honestly, I've been kind of weirdly exhausted in some weird ways. So I decided to challenge myself a little bit. And while I was literally cooking dinner when I got home after working late today, I did a quick draw sketch. So I tried to draw this as quickly as possible, and oh dear God, I have really got to do work on hooves more. Anyway, I got Suki driving a car as best I can.
I like it.
Admittedly, this was a really quick sketch. I'm liking how I'm doing faces and bodies a little bit better. Arms are still such a weird thing to me, and hooves are so much more, but at least I'm getting faces down.
Yeah, you're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
It's good.
Alright. And along with that, we also did get another awesome piece of art. We got Deathlight Productions at
the daughters.
The daughter. Yes, the daughters being silly and nothing else.
Yep, that's all. It's just Cassandra and Popcake.
Aw.
Really liking the brunette one.
Yeah, that's Cassandra. She's an absolute troublemaker.
Death, you just make all the craziest characters in Chimera form, don't you?
But along with that, that is pretty much all of the creative things that we have at the moment. As I mentioned, I've been working on getting ready for a convention this week, and along with that, I've been just basically doing like practice sketches, things like that. So I really don't have much to show, and we had no other submissions, so let's go ahead and just jump right into the wheel here. And of course, with the wheel, everybody should know, but if you don't know what the wheel is, every week we take suggestions from our wonderful audience here and everybody in between about what we should do for a creative challenge. Everybody and anybody can go ahead and get their prompts in. I'll get those beans in just a moment, Rain, if you can hear me. But everybody gets a chance to throw out a prompt of their choosing. Every single prompt will be thrown in there. And just a reminder that once it is thrown in, you cannot change it, alter it, correct it, coordinate it, or anything else. It is in, it is stuck, you cannot do anything to it, and you cannot put in another. Everybody's allowed one, but you are only allowed one. And no worries, White Phoenix, I just saw the posting too. A lot of parentheses, no, quotations. Quotes around words right now. It's getting a little concerning.
Also, I love the fact that 2 of my interests were not posted by me. Thank you, guys.
But yes, we're just going to give everybody a little bit more time to get their prompts in. I do got both chat rooms up, so no matter where you post them, I will grab them.
Apologies if I go
word games and quotation marks.
Apologies in advance if you don't hear anything from me. That means the power went out from the thunderstorm.
No, that's fair.
And I have to make a new factor factor thing for my new phone because it refuses to take it on the old phone.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that does stink.
All right, just giving it a little bit more time here, but I think we got our prompts here, so all right, I believe we are good then. I'm going to go ahead and give the wheel of shuffle and a spin. Apparently my cries of anguish and annoyance are enough to challenge us for next week. So next week's prompt is, why didn't you tell me?
But guess what?
What's the protest?
There's a protest initiative challenge.
Oh, and what is it?
Chest. As in treasure chest.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
I mean,
Sorry, you cut off there at the start. Yeah.
It didn't
I
sound,
mean-
it didn't sound like chess. It sounded. I'm not sure what that sounded like, but it was.
I thought you said the BR word.
No.
No, I didn't hear that one either.
No, I had
Trail?
asked.
No, chest, as in treasure chest.
Okay.
Or, I mean, you know, whatever kind of chest you want to do, I guess. I'm not gonna. Like...
Don't give us that power.
Anyway,
Kalima.
Kalima.
Circuit, you could draw yourself rip.
Kalima!
Or just have a nice little treasure chest. Have fun.
Yeah, that sounded
Careful!
real close.
Careful how you phrase that. Oh my good world.
Oh my
Circuit, you
god.
draw yourself with a nice little treasure chest. I kind of want a moderate sized treasure chest at least. A little. I mean, come on, maybe have a little confidence in myself. Anyway, so
You can have any size treasure chest you want. Have fun.
So Rainy did get a couple of pride flag beanies.
Cute.
They are adorbs.
Diabetes seducing. Man, that thunder really sounded real close to me, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when that happened to me last week too.
Again, I'm so used to it because of the Midwestern upbringing that thunder don't scare me.
It's not the scaring, it's striking my computers and making them explode.
Heavier rain soon, oh boy.
And also, I forgot to mention this, but I did want to throw it out here real fast because they did have a recent release here. A State of Sugar released their latest compilation album called "It's Not a Phase, Mom." I found it kind of funny because usually their albums are a little bit more sugar enhanced idea in nature, and I'm kind of wondering if if this might be their wrap up album or if they're just kind of waxing poetic. It's kind of weird to it's kind of, I don't know, but either case I already bought into it.
When are you gonna stop playing with your?
could-
When are you gonna stop playing with your pony toys? Never, Mom. It's not a phase.
It's not
You
a
know, this could
phase.
just could be, emo songs.
Well, it could be. I'm not really sure, but it is still really awesome. And if you really want to check it out without paying whatever you want to pay, because it is a pay what you want, our awesome White Phoenix was once again awesome enough to actually go in and check out Ponytown, where they were doing a full-on release event for this, because they did a release event on YouTube for this as well. So it's also on
Cool.
YouTube. So yeah, album party, and of course,
Again,
awesome...
we have some dedicated friends here.
Yeah. So yeah, the reason this wasn't in the conch as it was technically more of a release party, but it's still amazing that they went even as far as to do a full Ponytown event map for this.
Yeah, kind of awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, be sure
Also,
to check that out.
I just checked the State of Sugar YouTube channel, and it shows apparently they got a full recording of the event. So
Yep.
that's cool.
Yep. So you can also listen to it full recording. So yeah, this is a compilation album made by a lot of pony artists, and it is cheap as free if you really want it to be. There's a lot of
5
ways to
hours.
listen to it. Yeah.
5 hours of awesome music. Damn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely love it.